Thank you and welcome for joining us today. I am Caitlin Giles McCormick here with the New Jersey Economic Development Authority. Today's session is an overview of the many programs that are available from the NJEDA to assist New Jersey restaurants. We've got a lot of great presenters today, a lot of different programs. They may not all apply to you, but I'm betting if you're here today, at least one or two are going to apply to you. So we're going to try to do a nice high overview of a lot of the programs that we hope can assist your business. And there's also a great opportunity to meet the different teams and the different folks here and with our partners so that you can kind of create those relationships and ask questions and figure out what's right for you. To formally get us started with the content of today's presentation, I am going to switch things over to Alberto Guarado, who is on our Small Business Services team. Alberto, take it away.
Thank you, Caitlin. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Alberto Garrido, and I'm a small business liaison at the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, also known as the NJEDA. And my job is to try to connect small business owners, like most of you joining us today, with all the available resources we have at the state level. We understand that your time is very valuable, so we have prepared a presentation highlighting different resources that you, as a small business owner, could take advantage of. Today, you will hear from the New Jersey Economic Development Authority to learn about the different financial opportunities available at the NJEDA. You will also hear from the New Jersey Business Action Center to learn how they can assist and advocate for your small business. And finally, you will hear from the Small Business Administration, the SBA, to learn about the resources available for small businesses in New Jersey at the SBA level. So at the end, if we have some time left, we'll try to address any questions or concerns coming in through the Q&A question like Caitlin mentioned. So for those of you who are not familiar with the NJDA, we are New Jersey's principal agency for driving economic growth. We are in the business of creating good paying jobs. We foster innovation and sustainable economic growth as we strive to provide equitable access for the different financial opportunities we provide for businesses of all types in our state. We do this to build strong communities and as we grow the state economy in this beautiful state. So some of the resources being presented today are managed by the Small Business Services team within the NJEDA, which focuses on assistance for small businesses in New Jersey. The SBS team has small business liaisons like myself who are constantly talking to small business owners from all over the state to help them understand their eligibility to some of these resources. We also offer presentations such as this one to help educate larger audiences about the different grant and loan opportunities for businesses in our state. So we'll kick things off with 3 grants for small businesses that are currently funded and open to eligible businesses. Keep in mind that these grants are open for-profit and nonprofit businesses alike. And if your business is eligible for all 3 grants, you can apply for all 3 at the same time. First, you'll hear about the Small Business E-commerce Support Program, which provides free e-commerce and marketing consulting services to eligible small businesses in our state, including restaurants and diners. Then you'll hear about the Small Business Improvement Grant, which reimburses small business owners with up to $50,000 for eligible costs and purchases associated with their business. And finally, you'll hear about the Small Business Lease Grant, which helps small business owners offset a portion of the lease payments during the first 2 years of their lease agreement. Okay, so to talk about these amazing opportunities for your business, please welcome Kathy Guzman and Michelle Osorio, who are both senior small business liaisons at the NJEDA. Welcome, Kathy.
Thank you, Alberto. So I'm pleased to bring you today some information about the e-commerce support program. The New Jersey Economic Development e-commerce support program provides free e-commerce and digital marketing services to New Jersey restaurant, retail, and personal care businesses with a physical storefront or a retail location. This program addresses an area where many businesses were hurt during the pandemic. The e-commerce program was designed to help small businesses upgrade their technology and create or improve their online sales channel. This program is consultant-led. There is no application through the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, and no fees are paid by the business owner. Next slide, please. So the services include e-commerce platform design, web page design, online ordering in the case of a diner or restaurant, a marketing plan, and training on that e-commerce platform. Every project is different, but I understand that the vendors strive to integrate with the existing point of sale whenever possible. Once a business is deemed eligible, the website vendor will provide a proposal for services based on your specific business's needs. To get started with this program, you simply reach out to one of the vendors, and I'm going to share that list with you in a few minutes. Next slide, please, Alberto. So there have been about 330 projects completed through the e-commerce support program and about 108 restaurants. I don't believe there have been very many diners, so hopefully this webinar will encourage some of you out there to apply. This is a screenshot of a completed project, and this was for the Toast City Diner website. This is for Paisa Express. Note the order online button prominently on the home page. And here's another example. This is the Dock and Claw clam bar. Next slide, please. So I came to the New Jersey Economic Development Authority about 1.5 years ago from the world of marketing. So I get really, really excited about this program because it has such fantastic benefits for business, in my opinion. Again, it is only open to restaurants, retail, and personal care businesses in New Jersey that have a physical business location or a storefront. So all your diners out there, this is you. It provides a new or improved e-commerce platform for your business. That's an online ordering platform in the case of a restaurant or diner. Search engine optimization, or SEO. That's an important part of updating or building a website. At a very basic level, it's making sure that the website contains the keywords, the phrases, the descriptions, the location, the information that will help someone find your business when they're searching online. It also includes a digital marketing plan. These are key recommendations how your business should move forward with marketing. I do want to point out the consultants or vendors will not do the actual marketing for you. They won't place ads or something like that, but they will actually give you a plan that you can use for your specific business. It also includes training. This is so important. So here's how to use your new site. Here's how to update the site moving forward. I do want to point out that once the project is completed, ongoing updates are the responsibility of the business. That being said, there is some post-delivery assistance if there is, troubleshooting that needs to be done. Next slide, please. So it is really easy to get started with this program. There is no online application. There is no cost to your business. The New Jersey Economic Development Authority pays the vendor directly. To get started, these are the vendors or consultants that you can reach out to. I know you may not be able to read that. We can drop a copy of that in the chat as well. Please note that you must use one of the consultants on this list. They have gone through our procurement and selection process. You're free to choose any one of the consultants from the list. This list, again, can also be found on our website. So again, any diners or restaurants out there, or really any small business with a retail location, please consider this program. It's very easy to get started. And we have some other fabulous programs. And my colleague, Michelle Osorio, another senior small business liaison, is going to share information about the Small Business Lease Grant and the Small Business Improvement Grant. Thanks, Michelle.
All right, thank you, Kathy. Hi, everyone. All right, so moving on with the Small Business Improvement Grant. So essentially, the Small Business Improvement Grant is a reimbursement grant. It'll reimburse you as a business owner 50% up to $50,000 for costs associated with making interior and/or exterior building improvements, as well as the purchase or installation of furniture, fixtures, and equipment. Okay, so keep in mind that as a reimbursement grant, you can go back 2 years from the time you apply. So you need a minimum of $5,000 in expenses in order to apply. You can submit for a total of $100,000 in expenses and essentially get back 50% of what you spend, up to $50,000. Now, it is open to home-based businesses as well. Keep in mind, if you are approved for this grant and you get anything less than $25,000, you are committing to staying in your facility for 2 years. Anything above that, you will be committing to remaining in your facility for 4 years. Next slide. Now, there is a limit of 1 application per business. So if you are a owner of a diner or multiple diners and your diners are under the same EIN, you can pull expenses together from all your diners under the 1 application. Now, if you own multiple diners and they're all registered separately, you can apply once per business, which is really exciting. Now, keep in mind, this is a reimbursement grant, so we're asking you to submit documentation proving payment was fully made on completed work. So things that examples of things you might have purchased, maybe kitchen equipment, furniture for your diner or restaurant, things of that nature. Keep in mind, we do require invoices, receipts, and proof of payment. So that's going to be really important on this grant. Now, there is a wage requirement for both the improvement and the lease grant. The wage requirement is 120% of minimum wage. So if you have tipped employees, you would be once you get approved for the grant, you would have to pay them 120% of tipped minimum wage. Now, you are going to need something called a tax clearance certificate. Now, unless you've applied for a state incentive before, this is something you may not have, but we have instructions right on our website to guide you through the process. You do have to be in good standing with Department of Labor and Environmental Protection, and you cannot be in default of any other state or EDA assistance at the time of application. There will be $100 due at the time of approval and prior to the execution of your grant agreement for both grants. Next slide. Moving on to our small business lease grant. So the lease grant offsets a portion of your lease payments for businesses who are either leasing new or additional space. Now, there are 2 scenarios essentially in which you would qualify for the lease grant. If you've moved into a new commercial space, you have street level space, have signed a new 5-year lease, and have a minimum of 250 square feet. Now, for existing businesses, you may apply for the lease grant if you are expanding your square footage by a minimum of 250 square feet. The way it works is you would get 20% of your annual lease payment for that first and second year only. Okay, landlords cannot have ownership interests in the applicant. Again, the grant will, you need a minimum of 250 square feet, and the grant will incentivize up to 10,000 square feet. Remember, you must have street level space. Next slide. If you are an applicant with multiple locations and you're opening up new locations, you are able to apply once per location. Again, similar to the improvement grant, you cannot be in default of any other state or EDA assistance. Wage requirements are the same. You will have to provide a tax clearance certificate and be in good standing with Department of Labor and Environmental Protection. And now I'm going to kick it off to Warren for our business banking programs.
Thank you, Michelle. Good afternoon. I'm Warren Birchmore. I'm a Senior Business Development Officer at the EDA. I work in our business banking department where we oversee loan programs for the agency. Next slide. We offer 3 traditional loan programs, which includes our Small Business Fund, Direct Loans Program, and Premier Lender Program. Next slide. First, our Small Business Fund, which offers the following benefits: financing up to $500,000 for the purchase of a fixed asset. At the EDA, we define a fixed asset as commercial real estate, machinery, or equipment. This is a great resource for those of you looking to grow and acquire additional diners or transition from leasing to owning. If you need new equipment or upgrades, this is also a great resource. In addition to fixed assets, this program also offers the option to finance for working capital projects. We define working capital as one-time large transactions. Regardless of the transaction type, we will require a fixed asset to secure your loan. The transaction type will dictate your repayment options. So for real estate transactions, we offer repayment options up to 25 years. For equipment transactions, we offer repayment options based on the life expectancy of the equipment. For working capital transactions, we offer repayment options between 5 and 7 years. We offer competitive interest rates that are based on the 5-year treasury, plus additional basis points depending on the strength of your business. To be eligible for this program, your business must be registered in the state of New Jersey. have been in operation for at least 1 full year. We define a full year by calendar. So we're looking for operation from January to December. Your business must be profitable. Your business must have a fixed asset to secure the loan. So you can use business or personal fixed assets to secure your loan. There's a small non-refundable application fee of $300. We highly encourage a preliminary review of your tax returns, debt schedule, and interim statements to determine viability before paying the non-refundable fee. Our application process is pretty straightforward. Some of the documents we require include your last 3 years of business tax returns, last 3 years of personal tax returns, interim statements, so your balance sheet and profit and loss statement, tax clearance certificate, which can be requested through the state Premier Business Service Portal. And for real estate transactions, we'll require a sales contract. For equipment transactions, we'll require current invoices from vendors. For working capital transactions, if you're looking to hire new staff, for example, we'll require job descriptions that include responsibilities and duties, anticipated salaries, and anticipated start dates. Additional documents vary depending on the transaction type. Next slide. We also have a direct loan program. The differences between this program and the small business fund includes the financing option of up to $2 million for businesses that have been in operation for 2 full years. There's also a job creation retention stipulation, and then there's an application fee of $1,000, which is also non-refundable. Next slide. There's also our Premier Lender program. This program is very similar to the direct loan program. The main difference between the two programs is that this is a participation with one of our Premier Lender banks. Next slide. For many of you, the main benefit of this program is your pre-existing relationship with your bank. Through the program, we can provide full financing for your project with the support of one of our Premier Lender banks. Next slide. Here's a graphic of all 26 participating banks. Next slide. I want to quickly tell you about 2 other programs. Our New Jersey Capital Access Fund, which was developed by NJEDA to support working capital projects. The fund is managed by fund manager Calvert. This program offers financing up to $250,000, offers competitive terms and minimum fees. Your business must have been in operation for at least 1 year prior to the date of the application. Loan can be used for payroll, supplies, rent, utilities, and marketing and advertising. There's a pre-application process which will match you with one of our nonprofit lenders. Next slide. Lastly, there's our Main Street Acquisition Support Grant. This program has not launched yet. This will reimburse an applicant's loan closing costs up to $50,000 after they have purchased an existing New Jersey commercial property. The main benefit here is liquidity after costly purchase that can be used towards working capital needs. Only new purchases are eligible. Application date cannot be later than 1 year from the date of closing, and your business must be in good standing with the Department of Labor and the Department of Environmental Protection. Thank you so much for your time today. I gave you lots of information. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. Again, I'm Warren Birchmore. I oversee parts of South and Central New Jersey. On my team, there are others who oversee the rest of the state. We have Neil Caesar, who oversees North Jersey, Soren Parikh, who oversees parts of North and Central New Jersey, Brian Timberman, who oversees South Jersey, and last but certainly not least, Rick Ty, who provides support statewide. Our contact information can be found in the chat box. Please do not hesitate to reach out to any of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Warren. Thank you for your presentation. Now, please welcome Anthony Martinez. Anthony is Assistant Manager for the Office of Small Business Advocacy at the New Jersey Business Action Center, or NJBAC, and who will talk to you about the different resources and advocacy for small businesses available at NJBAC. Hi, Anthony.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good.
Can you NJEDA webinar assignments? Can you do the next slide, please? Okay, so we have greetings from Sasha Way, our Secretary of State, and our Lieutenant Governor. Next slide, please. We have greetings from our Executive Director, Melanie Rolby, for the New Jersey Business Action Center. Next slide, please. And I'm just going to briefly read about our mission statement and our vision statement. All right, and then I'll get into how we can assist diners and small business and small restaurants in the state. All right, so our mission is to provide exceptional technical assistance, customer service, resources and information as advocates and mentors for New Jersey businesses of all sizes, categories, and ethnicities. So we teach, train, coach, and mentor all size businesses throughout the state, okay? The vision is we envision a flourishing business community in which all stakeholders, entrepreneurs, business owners, business leaders, exporters, municipalities, state agencies, elected officials, and organizations are able to access the vital resources that ultimately strengthen every aspect of doing business in New Jersey. Next slide, please. So here's a little bit about the New Jersey Business Action Center, okay? And everybody refers to us as the NJBAC, okay? So we connect you with our sister state agencies, the Department of Treasury, and within the Department of Treasury, there's the Division of Revenue and Enterprise Services and Taxation. So if you have to do your corporate filing, you would do that with doors. And if you had to do your tax registration, you do that with taxation. We also work closely with the New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development, the New Jersey Division of Consumer Affairs, the Office of the Attorney General, Division of Law and Public Safety, and EDA, to name a few. So we communicate with you and with everyone to create a common goal. And we assist, partner, and collaborate, again, with all our sister state agencies and lenders to provide technical assistance, capacity building, and much needed resources to all size businesses in the state. Next slide, please. So here's a little more about the New Jersey Business Action Center, okay? You know, we provide free, confidential, reliable assistance. So I'm going to get into a little more about how we can assist diners and small restaurants and businesses, period. All right, so the Office of Business Advocacy, our business advocates, they provide site assistance. So if you're a new or existing business looking to locate or relocate in the state, we can assist you with that. They also provide project management assistance. So let's say you're looking to build a building, they can assist with that, with the local requirements, you know, with the municipality, licenses, inspections, permits, zoning, and then with state requirements. And they also work very closely with the DEP if you have a DEP issue, Department of Environmental Protection. All right. And we have our Office of Export Promotion, which assists businesses with exporting out of the state, because we want businesses to come to the state and stay in the state and do business in the state. So the Office of Export Promotion assists with export plans, identifying global markets, customs procedures, and things of that nature. And there's also the availability of the STEP grant, which is the State Trade Expansion Program grant, which may be used to attend the international trade shows, translating your website, translating your marketing materials, and things of that nature. Now, where you'll find me is in the Office of Small Business Advocacy, okay? And what we do is we assist you with all those things too, with site assistance, but we provide more government assistance. We're advocates, we're defenders. In Spanish, it's a defensora, you know, we defend you, okay? So we assist with the certifications if you want to do business with the state, the small business enterprise, minority women business enterprise, the veteran-owned business, disabled veteran-owned business, and the new LGBTQ certification. We assist you with those applications and those government processes. We also, if any product or service that you sell is regulated by a state of New Jersey department, we can assist you with those applications and those regulatory processes. Our Office of State Planning, our planning advocates, they assist municipalities with their master plans in keeping with the state's plan with regards to future growth, redevelopments, or mixed-use developments. And then lastly, we have our Cannabis Training Academy, which provides technical assistance and capacity building to individuals and businesses that are in that industry or want to get into that industry. So we provide support services at every stage of business, regardless of the size or industry. And we do this every year for thousands of businesses. I also want to say we fund the New Jersey Small Business Development Centers along with the SBA to assist small businesses. So that's another way that we can assist, the diners and small restaurants and small businesses throughout the state. So the SBDCs, they have different consultants with different areas of expertise that can assist people with, forming and registering their businesses, business plans, loan packaging, marketing, taking your business to the next step, even with exit strategies. So there's different consultants with different areas of expertise that are available to assist you, in every stage and step of your business. And again, we fund this with the SBA, okay? So that's how the back helps them. Next slide, please. So this is the impact of the New Jersey Business Action Center, or the NJBAC. We assist with business registrations, business certifications, site expansion, networking, navigating the state system. Don't forget, we have a great working relationship with all our sister state agencies. So those agencies that you can't get through to, that you need help to get through to, we can assist with that. Office of Export Promotion assists with international sales. And we assist with site selection and incentive programs and funding opportunities. We have a great working relationship with the EDA and also the CDFI microlenders throughout the state. So these are, the NJBAC provides solutions. So let's live in the solution, not the problem. Next slide, please. So connecting with the NJBAC. The services we provide are free of charge. They're confidential. Whatever you discuss with us is confidential by one of our advocates or one of our customer service reps. And you receive quick, accurate, and careful information. So every plan is geared towards the business that reaches out for assistance. Next slide, please. So this is how you can connect with me. So there's my name. I'm Anthony Martinez. I'm the Assistant Manager for the Office of Small Business Advocacy. I'm the Deputy Small Business Advocate for the state, the entire state. I work anywhere from Passaic County to Cape May County. Okay, that's my email. That's the best way to get a hold of me. If you have any questions, comments, or observations, or you need help, please, by all means, reach out to me. Call our helpline, the 1-800-JERSEY-7 number, or our live chat where you can speak with any one of our representatives, business.nj.gov. You can learn more about us on our website. Also, there's the availability on our website of the Small Business Manual, which is a great document that can assist you all. If you need that too, you can reach out to me and I will send it to you via email. The books themselves are limited what we can send out, but it is downloadable. It is available electronically. Again, reach out to us on the helpline or the live chat. You speak to you can even ask to speak to me. I answer the calls in the chat. Thank you for inviting us, and we wish you all much success.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you for all that information. We really appreciate it. Finally, please welcome Lindsay Kilpatrick. Lindsay is the Deputy District Director for the U.S. Small Business Administration's New Jersey District, and she will talk to you about different resources and access to capital at the SBA. Welcome, Lindsay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. So glad to be a part of this. When I was asked to speak to you all, I was super excited. I love small businesses, but I think I love food more than that. So what a better way to put my two favorite things together than to speak to some of New Jersey's finest small business owners and entrepreneurs. My name is Lindsay Kilpatrick. I'm the Deputy District Director for the state of New Jersey. This is our website at the bottom. It links you directly to the state of New Jersey and state-specific information. And below that, you'll find our official government website that takes you to information more general about the SBA. Next slide. All right, so we do 4 things. We help with counseling and training. That is through our strategic resource partners. Anthony Martinez mentioned it, but we partner with a ton of organizations and people and entities that can help. But we have 4 strategic resource partners in the state of New Jersey. They are the New Jersey Small Business Development Centers, the SBDCs. We have 2 women's business centers, one in Chatham, the other is in Camden. We have VBAC centers, that is the Veteran Business Operation kind of centers. There's not a physical one in New Jersey, but if you are a veteran, thank you for your service. And we do have some VBAC support. And then we have our SCORE volunteers. They are a group of retired executives. We're very excited to kind of step in, do one-on-one counseling, training on almost anything and everything that you can think of. The second thing that we do is federal contracting. It is a very complex market, but highly lucrative. Restaurants, chefs, cooks, anyone. Federal contracting is you selling your service to the federal government. We don't make anything, so everything that you make, we can purchase. 24% of our federal funds are being asked to be spent or are required to be spent through small businesses. So if you have an idea, a service, a food that you can sell to the government, whether it's cookies and pastries or dinner, it works. We can help you sell your products and services to the federal government. We also work with capital. And so for restaurant business owners, we'll talk a little bit about our programs that you can use to help you expand or grow or think outside the box when it comes to your small business through a ton of financial resources. And then the final piece is probably what we're most known for, or what we're more popularly known for. That's the disaster arm. So we work with FEMA whenever there is a federal disaster or a state declared disaster. We put boots on the ground and we really try to help our small businesses and homeowners in the state of New Jersey. So that's what we do. I won't go over everything. I really want to try to lean into capital and make sure that we get some questions answered today. Next slide. These are the disaster loans that I was talking about. So we can help cover real estate, personal property. When you think about the industries that were most heavily impacted by COVID, it really was our restaurants, right? Because people were not leaving their homes to take off a mask, to eat in public. So we had so many small business owners that were in the food service industries that had to shut their doors. To those of you that were resilient, listen, it is not odd to think that something else can happen. We really want to help you be prepared for that. So you can talk to any of our counselors, any of our resource partners to make sure that you have a business plan in place that can account for disasters. But we cover most of anything from real estate, if there's a flood in your neighborhood, to inventory, if there is a disaster and it impacts your inventory. Some of our loans can cover that. Next slide. These are the local resource partners that I talked about. You can find wherever you are in the state of New Jersey, the most local resource partner at sba.gov/local assistance. They can help with anything that is on the right side of the screen, but that is not an exhaustive list. But anything that you need, our resource partners are able to assist. Next slide. So when I talked about federal contracting, just so you know, anytime that the Small Business Administration comes together, or any federal agency for that matter, there's usually food. If you're a small business, if your restaurant has a catering department, if that's a division of your restaurant, if that's something you're interested in, you can make money from it. If you don't offer catering, but you can provide one selection in a large batch, you can also be eligible to be a contractor or a partner of the federal government, where we pay you because we don't make anything and we like to eat. So if you are on this line and your business is eligible, or you are interested in receiving certification or guidance about becoming eligible to be a federal contractor, please reach out to me. Next slide. This is what I want to talk about, the money. So we do not offer grants anymore outside of sometimes our disaster grants. We offer loans. So just in general, the lenders who participate with the Small Business Administration, our lenders are looking for these 5 C's of credit. If you have a standing brick and mortar, if you have an existing business, sometimes we like to assume that you are familiar with what a bank is going to look for. But other times we have small businesses that have been open for years and haven't needed to go to a bank. They've been funding everything from their own savings accounts, retirement accounts, the income on a daily basis. But it's really important for you to really think about your business outside of what you are bringing in on a day-to-day basis. And these are kind of the standards that financial institutions look at, the creditors look at for making a decision about your eligibility for a loan. So they're looking at character. Are you who you say you are? Are you prepared to run this business? Do you know what you're doing? I know you make really good cookies, but does that mean you should open a bakery if all you sell is cookies? I know that you have a really good restaurant, but are you making money? There are 10 restaurants down the street. How do you stand out? So character is important. It's also important to know what the capacity, what the cash flow is. So as you're looking for loan assistance, understand what the need is. Never walk into a bank and say, they say, well, how can we help? And you say, I'm looking for a loan. And they say, well, how much do you need? And you say, whatever I can get. That's not an appropriate response. So making sure you understand how your business runs and what you need. Collateral and guarantees. All SBA loans are collateral backed. We need a guarantee. Shows us that you have skin in the game, you have something to lose. If you have an existing business, if you have inventory, that can all count towards your collateral and your guarantee. Your capital and contribution, that's also kind of like, what are you putting in to get out from the loan? So making sure that your finances are in order, making sure that you're not commingling your personal with your business accounts. And then the final is the condition, which is very important for restaurant owners. As you're buying equipment, as you're writing down what your plans to use the funds are, it's important to know how long that equipment is going to be useful, because that's what the financial institution is going to make their lending decision on, is how can we recover this if you do not do your part and pay your loan? How can we make sure that we get our money back? And so we're not going to give you a 10-year term for a TV or for iPads, because by the time the summer is over, there'll be a new iPad, and the $10,000 we gave you for it won't be really valued at 10, it'll be valued at 4. So a lot goes into what lenders are looking for. But if you need any assistance, any of these organizations on the phone can help. Specifically through the SBA, we have our SBDC partners who can help you with this. Next slide. Lender match. If you are looking for money and you are on this phone, Lender Match is for you. What it does is it takes you outside of the wonderful state of New Jersey, and it puts your business online for all of the lenders who participate as SBA lenders. It gives them an opportunity to see what you need, who you are, and your business plan. You're pitching yourself and you're doing it online. So you don't even have to leave your restaurant. And if you have the day off, you don't have to leave your bed. You can apply for a loan right online. It is the match.com for small businesses and lenders. You can go to sba.gov/lendermatch. I tell people all the time, I tried it. It took me about 17 minutes with some of the information that I made up, but it's amazing. Go and see if you can receive a response. Most of our businesses who apply, they receive responses within 48 hours. Next slide. SBA overview for who's eligible. I'll in short say, if you're on the phone, you're probably eligible, because we expect you to be independently owned and operated. There are some chain restaurants that we can work with, but that would be something just email me about. You must be a legal resident or U.S. citizen, and you must be for profit. And all of you on the phone, I am just going to assume that you are in the restaurant industry, the dining industry. You need to be a for-profit business, and we can all assume that you meet the size requirement. Next slide. Let's talk about money. This program is for our microloan. Our microloan program, it is the smallest dollar amount that we offer to small businesses. So if you are, you own a pizzeria and something goes wrong with the bar stools up front. You don't need $100,000 for bar stools. You can probably find good bar stools for under $10,000, but you just don't want to spend the money that you already have. The microloan program is perfect for that because those loan amounts go up to $50,000 and there is no guarantee fee. So the term loans are short. These are the shortest term loans that we have available. It can even be used for seasonal hiring, right? You need to hire two people for $20,000 a year, or part-time associates, and you just need $15,000. It can be used for that as well. It just cannot be used for real estate. It does come from some of our best community lending partners, and they do offer lending training or borrower training throughout your term of the loan. Next slide. The 7A loan program is our most popular loan program. It is, this is our flagship product. It offers loan amounts up to $5 million. The interest rates are negotiable. Like, you can't walk in and say, like, I want a 1%. I will also be very clear in saying, you know, with the interest rates at where they are, prime rate right now, it's about 8.5%. With the prime rates, sometimes our loans are not as interesting. They're not, you know, people don't look to it. But if you're trying to do a, let's say, $75,000 loan, according to SBA, if you need 75 or 100,000 and you need it for 4 years, you are eligible to have that loan with a maximum. It's capped at 8.5% plus 2.25%. So you can walk away with that money for under 11%. Your credit card interest rates are at 29 and 25. So this loan program is used for a ton. This is, like I said, the most popular. You can use it for open a new location. If you have any construction that you're looking to do, you found out that, you know, maybe outdoor dining is for your location, you can add on a patio. And if you need to refinance, the reality is that a lot of small businesses took out money from places that they were just desperate. The interest rates are crazy. You need to refinance your credit card debt because during the pandemic and afterwards, everything went on your credit card. SBA 7A loan program can be used to refinance that. So the SBA is our flagship product. I highly encourage all of you to take a look at what it offers and whether you are eligible. Next slide. This is just going on again, what you can use the SBA loan program. And I want to reiterate, it can be used to refinance debt. You're going to be saving the small business money by moving that debt from a 17% or 22% to a 10% interest. That is a compelling reason. Next slide. And then we have our 504 loan program, which is for those of you who are interested in buying your buildings. We encourage small business owners to purchase their buildings. It's important that you understand if you are leasing a space, if that landlord decides to terminate their agreement with you, all of the clientele you've built up, all of the networking and relationships you've met in that community, it's gone. You pick up and you have to find somewhere else. If you own your property, that can't happen. And we offer a wonderful way for you to own your buildings. We offer that 504 loan program with rates as high, with loan amounts up to $5.5 million. This is strictly for property. There is a prepayment penalty because we expect that you are fully carrying out the loan for the term. It's offered in 10, 20, or 25-year terms. It is a long-term fixed rate, and it's looking for small business owners who are looking to own their property. The next slide is going to just show you how it works. If you are looking for a $3 million property, you don't need $3 million. You just need to have the 10% of whatever the asking price is. We'll work out the rest of the 90. That doesn't mean you're off the hook. But if you are looking to purchase property that is going for $1 million in the state of New Jersey, $100,000 can get you closer to owning your business. I'm sorry, owning the brick and mortar of your business. So the 504 loan program is something I'm advising all of you to look into. Couple more slides and we're done. Next slide. I just want to encourage you, every time that we get together, whether it's with my family and friends at the NJEDA and NJBAC, we give so much information, but we really want you to be encouraged and inspired. There are a ton of small businesses that grew with SBA, whether it was through a loan program or through one of our resource partners. The next slide is going to show you some of those businesses. I mean, if we're talking about restaurants and diners, Chipotle, Brouhaha, Ben and Jerry's, Chobani, located right in, they're not a restaurant, but you know, they're located right in New York, and they started with resources that were available through the Small Business Administration. Next slide. I know you'll have questions. We'll probably chat towards the end and I'll try to get to some of the questions in the chat, but the next slide has all of my information. Please feel free to email me if it's something I said that wasn't clear, if it's something that piqued your interest. If you have some concerns, reach out to me. I will answer your question and I will refer you to the right resource. Thank you, NJEDA, for this opportunity, and thank you to all the small business owners on the line.
Thank you so much. Excuse me. Thank you so much, Lindsay, Anthony, Michelle, Kathy, and Warren for all that information. I believe we do have some time left. So I'd like to kick it off or pass it on to my colleagues that are have been monitoring the chat to see if there's any specific question that would be a benefit for everybody here in the audience to that we can share to see if we can share some more insight about that. So I don't know who would like to kick it off.
Hi, Alberto. So I just answered a question in the Q&A. So again, if your business qualifies for all three grants, yes, you can apply for the lease, the improvement, and the e-commerce support program. So just wanted to reiterate that for those who may have joined a little later.
Excellent. And just a reminder, we are going to have this this webinar presentation available, the recording, hopefully within the next 48 hours. And we did share all the information from each of our organizations, but please do feel free to, if you need to reach out to the NJEDA, we do have our email for the Small Business Services team, which is smallbusinessservices@njeda.gov. All right, if you write us there, we will gladly follow up with you as soon as possible. Is there any other questions or topics that might be of interest for everybody to share? Again, through the chat.
Anthony, I think Anthony's trying to say something.
Yeah.
There we go.
I have a question that was asked to me from one of our colleagues earlier today. With regards to, this was a single member LLC with no employees. I think for one of the grants, you all require the WI-30, the wage reporting for the 30. She wanted to know how could she, my educated guess was that she would have to show that she paid herself, that, through owner withdrawal, through maybe a bank statement or something. How can they show proof of paying themselves? What could they use as proof? What would be acceptable?
Hi, this is Carla. So employees are not required to have in order to take advantage of the grant. So what she could do is simply upload a document saying that I am the sole, I'm the sole worker in my business. So she wouldn't have to prove that she is, paying herself, but she'll just upload that document to satisfy the computer and continue on with her application, and she's good to go.
What kind of document that would it be?
Like a Word document. That's
dated?
Nope, a Word document is sufficient because we're sufficient that she doesn't have any employees.
That she's a single member LLC and she has no employees and that's it.
Yep, that's fine. So she could just type it out in a Word document. And that's the same for like income taxes. Some businesses haven't filed income taxes yet because they haven't been in business that long. So what they'll do is just upload a Word document saying, I don't have, my income tax have not been filed yet. I just started, the business, and then they'll satisfy the computer and be able to advance in their application.
Simple enough. Thank you.
I just wanted to add to that. Thank you, Anthony, for bringing that up, because I don't think any of us mentioned this. The small business grant programs are open to new businesses. So if a new business signs a lease, but they, as soon as that lease is executed, they're eligible to apply for the program. They don't have to have their CO. They don't have to be open. So just keep that in mind. Like Anthony asked, if somebody maybe, a lot of times, you guys know, mom and pop, as you get started, you don't have anybody on payroll yet, right? You're paying, you're just taking a draw. So as long as you explain that, that does not disqualify you from applying for the programs. So Anthony, thanks for bringing that up. Good point.
Thank you.
Also, folks, keep in mind that the regarding the NJEDA grants, they are currently open. They are currently funded. Okay. If you're eligible for all 3 grants, you can apply for all 3 at the same time. So they're stackable. And yeah, so hopefully with all this information, you'll be able to understand your eligibility better to see if your business is eligible. And we would gladly follow up with you if you have any further questions regarding your eligibility. I don't know if anybody else has anything else to add, but just keep in mind that to apply for the NJEDA grants, you need to create an account in our portal for the lease and the improvement grant. You need to basically just an email and a password will create an account. For the e-commerce support program, you contact one of the consultants directly. Okay, there's no application for that program. So that simply just makes it easier for you. The turnaround time, which is something also that we should mention, if you apply today for the improvement grant, you're looking at 6 to 8 months to hear back from folks that are starting to work on your application. If you apply for the lease grant, it's around 2 to 3 months. And if you apply, or if you want to participate in the e-commerce support program, since you contact one of the consultants directly, if they don't pick up, they'll reach out back to you within days. Okay. And to that, is there anything else that anybody would like to add?
So you guys aren't oversubscribed for any of the grants? You're still accepting new applications? They're not being taken and being sent in clouds?
They are open. If you apply today, you will be in the queue. Correct. So even though some of the grants do take some months to get processed, as long as you submit your application, you should be okay in that sense. Okay.
We're not in danger of running out of money either, so.
Yeah, not anytime soon. And we're hoping to keep these programs open, understanding there's still a need for them. And also just a reminder, if you need more information about any of these resources from the NJEDA, our website is njeda.gov. Did I hear any question? No? Okay. Well, to that point, I think we're almost 3 o'clock, and I want to thank everybody for taking the time to joining us today. We really hope that all this information, you find it useful, that you found information that you can benefit from, and hopefully we'll be hearing from some of you, most of you, in the near future, looking to apply for any of these resources. And again, we'll be glad to simply walk you through what you need to do to get you prepared for the application, and to make sure that if you're eligible for any of these resources, that you're able to benefit from them. Okay. We wish you a great week. I hope everybody can stay cool. Understanding that weather is kind of sticky, like Kathy said, but yeah. So thank you. Thanks again for everybody joining us today. Have a great week. Thank you.